Kelvin, with the game getting pushed back, all the weather talk around town, what does it say about this group's focus that you came out with that kind of defensive
Well, I don't think that
performance?
had anything to do with anything. You know, we just do what we do. You know, it's we scout the other team. We kind of try to figure out how they like to attack us. And our program is, you know, our discipline and our connectivity. I never thought about that. You know, we practiced. We got back from Orlando early. Early. That was an early game, right? Got back early, and our guys were off most of the day Saturday. But we had to come in and practice on Sunday. And then we were in there Sunday, and and just amongst our staff, we talked about the weather report. We said that game's probably going to get canceled, just looking at reports. So that's before I'd even met with the team. So I went down to the team. I said, look, we're probably going to play Wednesday. So I kind of knew Sunday that the game was going to be on Wednesday. The only unknown was what time it was. And when I was talking to Eddie, I tried to get the game at 2 o'clock, but we couldn't get the referees in here early enough. So I said, well, find out how early they can get here. And the earliest they can get here, get them in, and let's play it. So 5 o'clock. That helps Utah, too, because they've got to fly home. You know, they'll get home at a decent time. But first thing I want to do is thank our fans that showed up tonight. You know, it might not have been cold at 5 o'clock, but, you know, sometimes people will look for an excuse not to do something. And our fans found a way to come out here tonight. And I appreciate all the families and everybody that made an effort to come support these kids. So I appreciate that.
Los, you look a lot comfortable now as the ball handler, and you got to your spots early. Can you talk about what helped with that comfortability and kind of what's been getting you going the last couple of games?
Yeah, I mean, Coach and the staff been just encouraging me to continue to stay aggressive. And I think the more I'm aggressive, it opens up my passing ability. So I think just continuing to stay aggressive is what's keeping me in a good flow. And guarding on defensively as well.
Coach, you talk about you guys just do what you do. You got weapons on the offense and defense, but what would you say is the biggest strength of this team aside from what you can do
The
offensively?
strength of our team is our team. It always has been. You know, we're not, you know, everybody has a role on this team. You know, I had some kids early in my career that would go in the media, unbeknownst to me, and say, well, I'm not sure what my role is. So I went behind them and said, they know what their role is, they just don't like it. You know, don't ever let someone say, I'm not sure what my role. Oh yeah, you know what your role is, you just don't like it. So we don't have a bartering system here, or a negotiating table. You know, you come in here, there are certain things that you're going to have to do. But these kids choose to come here just as much as we choose them. They choose to come here. So Milos could have went just about anywhere. You know, Juan could have gone pro last year or the year before. LJ could have gone pro. All these kids, they stay. Because, you know, we don't have a basketball team. We have a basketball program. And there's a huge difference in a program versus a team. Every school that I've ever coached at, the strength of our team was our team and our program. And our program's the most important thing. It's not me. It's not any of the players. They're not the most important thing here. The most important thing here is the program. And I make sure they understand that.
Kelvin, update on Emmanuel and sort of how did that help, allowing you to get some, you got some of the other guys in, Terrence, some valuable minutes?
Yeah, I didn't even know Emmanuel wasn't going to play until what time was shoot around today? 1 o'clock. Yeah, I didn't know he's not going to play till 1. So I said, John said, I don't think he can play tonight. I said, okay, Terrence, you're starting. Then we just kept going. We don't worry about stuff like that, I mean, what are you going to do? Have a seance? Cut the lights out, light a candle, and, I just pivoted and said, Terrence, you're starting. Mercy, make sure you know what you're doing. So we spent extra time with Mercy on our out-of-bounds plays, baseline, side OBs. I was proud of that last group. They were in there together for over 8 minutes. Their defensive discipline was outstanding. They didn't foul. Usually, end of the game, it becomes a foul fest, but they didn't. And they've really worked hard at playing with their feet and winning the first dribble. I said got beat a couple of times, but you expect a 6'9", 260-pound kid to get beat off the bounce from the top of the key. That's going to happen, no big deal. But I thought Cordell, Mercy, Malik, Terrence, and said I thought their connectivity defensively was good. It's 40 minutes. I told these guys, I don't care, how many minutes you get is relevant to your attitude toward them. If you get 2 minutes, those are the most important 2 minutes in the history of the game to you. If you get 8 minutes, by God, I'm going to attack these 8 minutes like I'm never, ever going to play this game again. It's the last 8 minutes of my life. And that's what I mean when I talk to these kids about their attitude. There's only 2 things you can control in this lifetime, and that's your attitude and your effort. And we work so hard on making sure that body language, posture, being a good teammate, understanding your role, being part of something that's far more important than you are, and playing for something far more important than you are, and the connectivity that goes that. But that being said, it's not easy. If it was, then everybody would do it. And the problem with consistent people is you take them for granted because you stop respecting what they do. And that's the cynicism in people. They look for what's wrong. You can find something wrong with everybody. You know how? Look for it. But there's something to be said about the consistency we've had here.
Precautionary, or do you think for Saturday you will?
I have no idea. I mean, I'm not trying to be blasé about it. I haven't talked. I mean, I found out at 1, and all I did was focus on get the team. I mean, I'll talk to John tomorrow. I mean, it happened yesterday, and by the end of practice, he come back out to practice or no? I don't remember. He didn't, did he? So I'm not the trainer. I coach the basketball team. So whoever's there, I'm going to coach him. He wasn't there, so I didn't coach Emmanuel today. If he's there tomorrow, I'll coach him. If he's not, I'll coach the ones that are there.
Juwan, a few moments ago, Coach talked about how much you guys choose to come here just as much as they choose you guys. Can you talk about how you guys just buy into what he asks of you guys to do defensively? Because it doesn't matter who it is, what position you play, you guys just play hard on defense.
I feel like it's a family vibe. One, like Coach, we choose to come here, and the culture that's been here for a long time, way before us. It's a very winning culture, and it's friends and family that come together to play basketball, and I think it's a great thing, especially knowing Milos, was a transfer. We welcome him to the family. Mercy, freshman, Chase, a freshman. We all welcome them to the family. So we all won, and I think this is the best program ever in the country. And I had the greatest coach in the country, Hall of Famer. So, once we listen to him and just surrender to the program, I think everything's going to fall in place.
One of the things I appreciate is how much our fans have bought in too. We got great fans. I'm not a cynic. I'm an appreciator. I appreciate what people do because you have a choice, especially in this city because there's so many options, so many other things you can do. But we have so many loyal fans that, you know, shot clock violations, kids getting on the floor after loose balls, second and third efforts on the offensive rebound, extra passes. They've grown up with this program, and there's an expectation for them. And this is a lot more fun when that place is packed. And on a night like tonight, where weather's been a problem, I really appreciate our fans tonight.
Kelvin, Terrence, 4 blocks, 3 steals, I think 6 rebounds. What have you seen from him defensively? And
Well, some days Terrence, some days Terrence is the statue, and some days he's the pigeon. You know what that means? That's what I see from him. Some days he's the statue, and some days he's the pigeon. Don't ever put a period at the end of anybody's performance. Always put a comma. We'll see how he plays next game. I don't ever overreact to anything, nothing, because we got practice tomorrow. You know, I'm already over this game. I'll go back and grade the film. We'll do the analytics. I have an analytics thing I do with the team after every game. These guys know exactly what it is. I'll do that, but my mind is already to our next game. It wouldn't matter who we play. It's our next game. And that's the most important game we play. It's always your next game, not the one after this or after this. You know, people that's never played or competed, I think I know what a trap game is, but I don't know what a trap game is because I've never had one. It's like size. You know, I kept getting asked about, what was our point guard, 6'9", right? What was, who was our 2? How tall was he? 6'6". And how big was our 3?
16. Wallin.
So 6'9", 6'6", 6'10". How big was our 4?
6'8".
And how big was our center?
7'1".
Milos, the Utah coach was talking about how he recruited you, and he's seen how much you've grown since you've gotten here. I mean, how far do you think you've gotten from when you first got here to now, and do you feel that as well?
For sure, yeah. I mean, I think I've taken a big leap here. Throughout the summer, just working with Coach Q every day, and then once season started, I feel like I've taken another jump. Yeah, I mean, I think I'm just trying to get better every day and trusting in my craft, and I think it's showing.
Coach, Juwan, Milos, thank you for your time.